This is the ASUS ROG Strix G18, and with an RTX 5070 and an Ultra 9275HX, you have one of the best performing laptops in the market. Or do you? I'm Tom from Tom's Honest Tips, duh, and we'll find out if this laptop's actually the right one for you. Basically, don't buy it before you watch this video. I may have a better laptop for you. Or do I? Kidding aside, let's just get right into the performance that you can get with this laptop. And we're starting off with CS2. At 1600p, yes, 1600p, that's the resolution of this laptop. At high settings, this laptop gets an average FPS of about 180 to 200 frames per second easy. Now that's really great, and you can even tone down some settings to get a higher FPS to reach the 240Hz refresh rate of the laptop. If that's even necessary. I mean, 180 frames per second is awesome already. Following up on that, we have Stalker 2, which is a very hard game to run. Is it unoptimized? Is it just broken? We'll never know. Just like the secrets of the zone. No, I'm just kidding, it's really unoptimized. So, 1440p, just so we can get a little bit more frames at the highest possible settings, this laptop only manages to push as much as barely 80 frames per second. I got you there, didn't I? Now, the average FPS you can get with this game is somewhere around the mid-70s, which is actually okay. Turning on DLSS definitely makes a difference though, especially if you set it to quality or balanced or performance, so make sure to turn that on if you want more frames per second. On a more fast-paced game, and we're talking about Forza Horizon 5, at the highest settings we get an average FPS of around 80 frames per second. Now that's alright for FH5, it's definitely more than enough, but you can always adjust the settings, but you know, you don't really have to. 80 frames per second is awesome. Now with all that said, let's talk about the rest of this laptop. The G18 is quite the chonker. It's an 18-inch laptop, so bringing it to school or a cafe or in public in general is just not going to be a good idea. It's impractical, it's heavy, and you'll look silly. But nobody's stopping you from doing it anyway, so more power to you, and well, more gains to you because it's actually quite hefty. Now the laptop has 32GB of DDR5 RAM at 5600 megatransfers a second and 2TB of storage. Really cool stuff. It's also got Wi-Fi 7, so pretty stable Wi-Fi if you like using Wi-Fi, which we all do anyway. What the hell am I saying? Now one thing I like about this laptop is that it's got great upgradability, and I would dare say that it's got upgradability in mind. You don't have to use any sort of tools or screwdrivers and whatnot just to open the bottom of the laptop. All it takes is a switch or a latch, if you will, take off the cover, and then upgrade your RAM and storage to your heart's content. Now of course I don't mean that literally, this laptop only has 2 slots each for both RAM and storage. It's still great though since you can upgrade those. Now the laptop's design is pretty cool too. It's pretty sleek and it doesn't have too many unnecessary angles and curves and whatnot. You know me, I like simple shit. I just kinda don't like the RGB lights around the laptop, but whatever. Now the laptop's screen isn't OLED, that's fine, it's an IPS panel, and to be honest, I'm really sure that you'll game just as fine anyway. It covers about 100% of the DCI-P3 color space, so if you're into color grading or color critical work, you'll be happy with this laptop. We get a screen resolution of 2560 by 1600 at an aspect ratio of 16 by 10 and a refresh rate of 240Hz. Very cool. This laptop has a pretty good selection of ports. To the right of the laptop, we have 2 USB 3.2 Type A ports, pretty standard. To the left of the laptop, we have the charging port, of course, and the Ethernet port, an HDMI 2.1 port, 1 more USB 3.2 Type A port, 2 USB-C ports, and 1 3.5mm audio combo port. Tiny detail about the USB-C ports. One of those ports functions as a Thunderbolt 4 port, so the more you know, guess which one's which. Now, currently this laptop costs about $2,109.99, basically $2,110. It's a fairly good deal, but once Black Friday sales end, it'll be about $2,499.99, basically $2,500. Is it worth it at that price? Not really. To be honest, $2,110 is a better price and a more reasonable price for this laptop. 32GB of RAM and 2TB of storage is pretty great for most users, and the CPU and GPU are among the best for a laptop, but $2,500 I think is just pushing it. Now, if you're interested and the sales are still going on, then go on ahead, scan the QR code or click on the link in the description below. If it's just around $2,100, that's good, great, get it. If it's $2,500, forget about it. Anyway, I'm Tom, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.